Hello guys, today I will show you guys how to factor trinomial with positive c or factoring quadratic with positive c. So look at this problem, x squared plus 6x plus 8. I will identify a, b, and c. So a is the number right in front of x squared, which is 1. B is 6, the number right in front of x, and c is the number by itself, positive 8. Then next step, I need to make sure factoring GCF if there is 1. So factoring GCF, that means I look at the coefficients 1, 6, and 8 by a number that all of these numbers have in common. The biggest number that go into 1, 6, and 8 is 1, number 1. And because the biggest number going to all this number is 1, then I don't need to factor that GCF because factoring 1 is the same thing. Like you multiply anything by 1, it stay the same. Or you divide anything by 1, it stay the same. So I don't have to factor out 1. Then I will move on to next step. So I look at the C, the sign of C. Right here is a positive C. Then the final product or the factors of the trinomial will have the same size. What do I mean by that? That means the final product gonna have x plus a number times x plus a number, or x minus a number times x minus a number. Okay, these products, um, these factors have to have the same side, 2 positive, 2 plus side, or 2 minus side. Then next, I look at the second rule. It say take the sign of b. I look at the sign of b. I see it is a positive 6 or plus 6. That means my final factors, my final product will include 2 plus sign. So I can erase the 2 this case. Okay, so next step, I will factor out c. This is a very important step, so I will factor out c. That means I find two numbers multiplied to get c. So 1 times 8, 2 times 4, and 4 times 2, but 4 times 2 is the same as 2 times 4. After find all the factors of 8, then I will do add the factors. When your c is positive, you always add the factors. So I will add the factors together. Add. 1 plus 8 give me 9. 2 plus 4 give me 6. Why I have to add the factors? Because I want to find what are the numbers that add up to get b. So my b in this case 6, and these numbers add up to get 6. So I will use this number as my final answer. Okay, so that means I can replace the question mark with 2 and 4. Okay. So this is my final answer for this problem. Okay. So we will try another problem. Okay, so this problem right here is the trinomial with positive c. But the thing is, this problem, it has the coefficient bigger than 1. It's not 1 anymore. So when we have this type of problem, we just need to do 2 more steps, okay? So first of all, I will identify the signs of the final product. So now look at C is positive. That means I know the final product should have the same size, either 2 plus sign or 2 minus sign. So how do I know it should go with plus or minus? I will look at B. So the sign of B is plus. That means my final product will have two plus signs. Then I'll put the x's in front of the signs. Then next, this I will rewrite the problem. This problem have coefficient is bigger than 1, but I want to convert or make my problem becomes the trinomial with coefficient of 1. So that means I will kick the number to the back, okay, to rewrite the problem. So I will rewrite this problem as x squared plus 11x plus 18. Okay, now my final numbers become 18 because 3 times 6 is 18. From here, in order to figure out the numbers go inside this parenthesis, I have to factor out c. So I will factor out 18. So 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Okay, after factor out 18, I will add the factors together. So add these factors, I get 19, I get 11, and I get 9. So the numbers that add up to get B are this number, okay, 2 and 9. So that means I will use 2 and 9 as my factors. So I will replace the question marks with 2 and 9. But for this type of problem, I cannot stop right here. I need to do one more step because the coefficient is not 1, it is 3. If I stop right here, I do not have the correct final answer. So I need to do one more step, which is dividing the numbers by A. So it is important for you to know A, B, and C of the trinomial. So A in the original problem is 3. So I divide all this number by 3. Then I try to simplify the fraction. Right here, 2 divided by 3, I cannot simplify this fraction. And when you factor out the trinomial or quadratic, your final answer cannot have any fraction. That means I need to get rid of the fraction. I cannot simplify this fraction. Then I have to get rid of the fraction by kicking 3 up to the front of x. So I will get rid of by moving 3 to the front of x, become 3x plus 2. Then next, second fraction, I try to simplify it, 9 over 3, which is 3. So I just need to rewrite x plus 3. Then this is my final answer for this problem. Okay. We will do one more problem. Okay, this one. All right, again, I will identify the final product, how they look like. This is positive C, so final product will have the same size, either 2 plus size or 2 minus size. How do I know plus or minus? I will look at B. B is minus, so right here, the final product should have 2 minus size. It go with the side B. Then I will put in the x's in front of these sides. Next, I will rewrite the trinomial. This problem, I cannot factor out GCF. because 2, 13, and 6, there's no number that can go into all of these number. So we don't have to do GCF for this one. And I can go ahead and rewrite the problem as the trinomial with coefficient of 1. Kick the number 2 to the back. It becomes x squared minus 13x plus 12. Then after this, I will factor out 12. So 12, it is 12 times 1, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, and 6 times 2, but it's the same 2 times 6. So that's all. In next step, I will add the factors. Okay, so I will add all the factors. Add, add. So these add up to get 13, 8, and these add up to get 7. Then based on the sum we have, we will take 12 and 1 because these add up to get B, which is 13. So right here I put 1 and 12. But again, this problem has coefficient is bigger than 1. So I need to divide each number right here by A, which is 2. So I divide each number by 2. Then I try to simplify each fraction. So right here, 1 divided by 2, I cannot simplify this one. So I try to get rid of the fraction by kicking the number 2 up to the front. It becomes 2x minus 1. And then second fraction, 12 divided by 2, I'm able to simplify this. So I will have x minus 2. And this become my final product for this trinomial. I believe that if you guys practicing long enough, you guys will master this one. And